This is the all-new BMW X5 and it has the coolest headlights of any BMW. Just look at this. Yeah, and it can also do this for people who are too lazy to open doors themselves. Now in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it because there's so many cool features about this car, and there's something really surprising about which fuel options you can have as well, which you would never imagine would be possible. I'm Matt Watson and you're watching Car Wow. The new X5's design follows on from the iX3s and I think it just works better on this bigger vehicle. I absolutely love the new headlight design. It's so cool, isn't it? But the best bit is this. Give us a second. Now, having hazards on is never cool until now. Look at this. I'm actually having to come around to the front to look at it myself again because I like it so much. It's an excuse for parking badly on the curb or something, so you can put your hazard lights on and show off your car. No, BMW drivers would never do that. That's very silly. Right, as you can see in the bonnet, you've got like this valley of wealth, that I like to call it. This is obviously a higher spec car because we have quite an aggressive bumper at the front with a lot going on. This is the electric version, the iX5. Moving down the side, alloy wheels are huge. These are 22s, but they go up to 23s. The smallest wheel is 20 inches. As with the iX3, you have these kind of cool seals for the window, so it doesn't really sit so high. It's a bit like they do with the Range Rover actually, and it just makes it look like the bodywork flows into the glass. You have door handles which are a little bit strange, like those on a Ferrari Pura Sangue, so you just press them like that and then, or maybe you don't. Oh, it does help if you pull it. The sensors in the bottom of the door so that you don't accidentally open it into yourself, and to shut it, you just do that and the electric motor does the job. I'll show you it working properly on the rear door. Listen, there we go. See, move out the way, because if you go like that, oh wait a minute, that didn't work, did it? Let's try again. It's awkward. Got BMW people looking at me behind. Watch this, ready? See, it doesn't want to open. No, it will. Oh. Is it supposed to do that? It should stop again. Let's try again. Right, ready, watch this. Doesn't want to open. I've confused it. Right, here we go. Open. I've broken it. Go on, open.
Yeah, you need to wait for the soft close.
Okay, right, soft close. I think I've broken it. Right, here we go. Open. Shouldn't it stop?
You are not in front of the sensor here.
Oh.
Because the sensor
Is in there. So if someone walks where the sensor isn't, they might get hit. So if I go like that. No, it still does it. Will that be fixed for production? It might be. We'll find out when I review the car. Anyway, that door opening feature is an option. What's not an option is this, and I love this feature. Watch this. You know how when you're charging an electric car, if you need to use the DC charging, you have that extra little flap you have to pull off. It's a bit annoying. Look, it's automatic in this. Watch this. Did you see that? Press this button. Dip. See that? This is my favourite new car feature so far this year. Look, it's brilliant. I love it. Love it. Tiny things please tiny minds, but this car is not tiny. It is absolutely massive. Look at the back of it. I actually really like the light design. I'm not so sure about this bit down here, like these bits with the reflectors. It's maybe a bit plasticky, but overall I think this is a better looking car than the iX3. It just works, the new design on this bigger body, and boy, it is big. It's actually based on the old X5 platform, but they made it slightly longer so they can fit a big battery in it. As a result, it's quite heavy. The heaviest version of this, the electric version, weighs almost 2.9 tons. But then it is rather luxurious, as you'll see on the inside. It's lovely in here. I mean, this is in top spec format, but it is really nice. So you've got the new design with the panoramic vision heads-up display there, where they project these images like your speedo, the sat nav and other information just on the lower part of the windscreen there. And you can get a normal heads-up display above it. It's cool, though some of the information isn't that useful when you dig into it by swiping down in this menu, hitting that button, and then choosing different views like trips, like dynamics, which will have your rev counter or your power and torque, and the one that you personalize with the voice assistant, which is powered by Amazon Alexa. It's not Electra, is it? It's Alexa. Anyhow, you've got the main infotainment screen here, which is the same on the iX3. So quite a few menus to work through. Obviously everything is done through the touchscreen, such as your climate control and your ventilation. It would be easier to just move the ventilation about there, and it's things that could go wrong, but it does mean that you have a very nice, clear and uncluttered dash. Now here's a new thing for the X5. You can get a passenger screen as an option, and it's got various features and apps already built in, such as YouTube, and there's also a series of games as well if you'd like to play some games through a Bluetooth controller. You can even use the one from your PlayStation if you want. Now, how do I turn beach buggy racing off? This velour effect is good, this leather is beautiful, the steering wheel. I'm starting to really like the steering wheel in these new BMWs, apart from two things. I don't like these plastic spokes, they look a little bit cheap, and the haptic feedback touch sensitive buttons are a little bit awkward to use, and sometimes when you're driving you can accidentally trigger them and just change something on your screen or in your panoramic vision display. Another thing you need to know about is this storage. Big SUV has to be practical, and it is, of course. Look, so we've got decent storage under there, we have big cup holders there. I wish they were covered because it looks a bit posh when you can cover them up. There's your USBs, you have a 44-watt charging pad there, huge door bins. One thing I'm a little bit disappointed of is the fact that the materials lower down in the cabin are hard plastic. In older X5s it was soft touch material down there, but you know, the rest of the cabin just feels high quality. And it's got beautiful roof lining as well. The ambient lighting is really cool. Can you see the ambient lighting up there and there? And I can change it by just going into the screen again and choosing my vehicle, lighting, interior lighting, ambient lighting colour, and there's so many different colours that you can choose from, look, and it'll just change it in the different panels exactly as you'd like it. You can see this car has a massive panoramic glass sunroof, and it actually opens as well. It also is fitted with a couple of choice options, such as this area here. So this is where your drive select is, and you can option it with this crystal glass selectors for the start button, for the drive select and the volume control. And this area here is actually slate, so it's stone. I thought it was the posh plastic, to tell you the truth, but BMW assured me it is slate, but that looks very, very cool as well. Overall, a very nice interior, but with something like an X5, what's just as important is the space in the back. Is it any good? Yeah, it's very nice back here. So I've got lots of knee room, headroom's good as well, the seat bases are deep, so loads of under thigh support, footwells are generous, and it's a flat floor. Loads and loads of room, and we've got some big door bins as well, which is handy. The material quality back here isn't quite as nice as in the front because you don't have that textured velour, but the rest of it is just the same. Yeah, because this leather is lovely. But look, when I fold this down, unfortunately, you have some exposed cup holders, which isn't ideal. But well, you can get a pillow for your headrest. You can also get a pillow for your armrest. Of course you can. And then that is no longer an issue. Oh, who thought of that? But it's a good idea. That's so comfy on my forearms. My poor forearms, they were struggling today from all this gesticulating. And I'm going to do some more waving about down here to show you that you can get quad zone climate control and heated outer rear seats. Plus down here we have wireless charging, which like in the front is 44 watts. If you're wondering where the USBs are, they are just in here. So very practical for rear passengers, but what's it like for carrying their stuff? So the big capacity is similar to the previous generation X5, so 650 litres for this particular car. Yeah, it's a nice big square space, isn't it? You've got some storage under there where you can definitely fit the load cover. Just how easy is it to extract? I like an easy to extract load cover, which this clearly is. Nice work, BMW. Let's just whack it under there. Might as well prove my point. I think it'll probably go this way, won't it? Okay. Okay, so it'll go this way for sure, like this way. See, told you so. Right, this car is also fitted with a tow bar. But there's a bit of an issue. You see, the towing capacity is slightly less than the outgoing model, because it's quite a heavy vehicle. So towing capacity of this electric version is 2,700 kilos. In fact, the maximum towing capacity is 3,300 kilos, so not the full permissible 3,500 kilos, just because the car has got heavier. Anyway, I'm going to put that away so I don't dang my leg on it. Right, to fold down the rear seats, you'd have thought that you could do it from levers in the boot, but you can't. You have to reach in. That's a bit peasanty, isn't it? Oh, you do have, look, three-way folding seats. And there we go. Look, that's the seats folded down. Huge boot space. But the boot space does change depending on which model you go for, because there's a lot of different fuel options for the new X5, including one you probably didn't think would be available. The new BMW X5 uses one platform to give you 5 different fueling options. So there's a traditional petrol there with your fuel tank there, or a diesel with your diesel engine at the front and your fuel tank there, or a plug-in hybrid which has your petrol engine there, an electric motor in the gearbox, your battery there underneath the seats and the fuel tank in the boot, or you have a full-on electric vehicle with a motor at the front, a motor at the rear, and your battery pack there underneath the floor. And with this new X5, it's actually got a battery capacity of 140 kilowatt hours, and it does that because instead of having the 95 cells like in the iX3, you have these 120 millimeter Tor cells, so you have more range. And the final option is this. Where the battery pack goes on the electric vehicle, you now have a hydrogen tank for this fuel cell hydrogen vehicle. It uses the fuel cell there on the front, which sits on the electric motor, and then at the back you have a little battery pack there which sits on the rear electric motor. So 5 options for fueling. However, not every version will be available in the UK. So to compare exactly which X5 models you'll be able to buy, pause the video now. But is this new BMW X5 good enough to compete with the brand new Audi Q7, which has also just been unveiled? Click on the video window right now to make up your own mind, because the Audi is rather special and I think it may well have BMW licked. But the only way to know is to watch that video. Anyway, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel because I will be reviewing the X5 when it comes out. And as ever, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.